Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Marvel Legends action figure of Spider-Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. I mostly like this figure. There's a really good approach to how they handled this version of Spider-Man. One thing I do want to discuss, though, is the, as it falls over, is the little webbings in between the arms. It was a nice idea to try to do that. What they've done is included a little hole inside the bicep to plug the webbings into. My problem is that the webbing is just this little tiny little plug at the edge that fits into that hole. This webbing, the plug isn't enough to really hold it in, so it's constantly dropping out of at least my left bicep. That little nubbin just isn't enough. Then also, just the way it only looks good in that one position with the arm down to there. You can't bring the arm out and have like the wider wingspan, so it only kind of reads good right there in that one static pose. It'd be cool if they either, maybe included two, like a wider one, so you could put the arm all the way out. As it stands, I think it looks kind of silly especially when it drops out like that. So nice try, decent. The texture on this outfit's freaking amazing, and the colors are really good. There was a Civil War version of this that came out in a 2-pack with Iron Man and Cap that I thought was a little too dark. This reads a little better. The blue and the reds really pop. The little pattern going down the legs looks good. Also, the webbing is kind of sculpted into the red section, so that looks good. The black separation looks good. The gray on the legs is decent, but as you'll see in certain spots, the gray gets a little heavy-handed and becomes too gray, and it no longer highlights the webbing. It becomes splotches of gray. The rest of the figure's webbing is pretty good, at least, in the chest, the arms, until you get to the head. If you're hunting for this in stores, just be on the lookout. I saw several that had essentially gray faces, not just between the eyes, but just like all over the head. But the paint on this one's pretty good as far as like the black and white of the eyes, the spider on the chest, the black lines, the pattern, just the black at the wrist. Really good stuff. I love the subtle texture going on within the chest. You can see there this mild ribbing there. So really good work. Here's a look at the back and the little Spidey logo on the back. This figure has a lot of articulation compared to the usual Black Series. It has all the usual Black Series stuff, the hinge swiveling ankles, double knee joint, the mid thigh cut, and the hinge of the leg, the hinge of the shoulder, the bicep swivel, the double elbow joints, the hinge swiveling wrists, and the ball joint inside the head. The base of the neck has a joint too. But this has an ab crunch instead of maybe like a mid-torso cut. And then also in the shoulder area, aside from this main shoulder joint, there is a secondary joint that hinges forward and back, so you can really get the arms to come all the way forward like that. Speaking of the arms, there are, the figure comes with a left fist and a right web-slinging hand. It comes with some alternate hands, namely another web-slinging hand and another fist. So you can go double fisticuffs or double web-slinging. It also comes with an alternate head. This one's got the really big eyes, and you can switch it out for like this head, which has a more squinty eyes. I really dig this head quite a lot, and this is actually the main reason why I wanted to get this figure, is because I like these eyes. The head was really easy to swap out. The hands were really easy to swap out too. I really like the articulation on this figure because you can get into some really good poses, like with all the leg joints. I also really dig that the neck joint on this, at the base of the neck, allows the head to go all the way back. So if you want him to be like arched forward, or like put him in like a flying pose of some kind, you can do that and not have him looking down, that the head goes along with it. This figure comes with another accessory, a piece of the Vulture's Build-A-Figure wing. Don't get me started on this. I think it sucks that they made a Vulture figure that doesn't come with his wings, and then you have to like buy everything in the series to get the wings. That really sucks. I think it's a slap in the face to fans of the movie and fans of the Vulture. Because like they've made 2-packs now, very easily acquired 2-packs of Spider-Man and Iron Man, and Ego and Star-Lord. So you take that same size packaging and you just make a Vulture, and the 2-pack is his wing set, and you just charge people like $40 for it. It's easy. This approach sucks. This figure, though, doesn't suck. I dig it. Look at it. Looks great. Thanks for watching, everybody, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.